Hello Libra. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there is a very successful Six of Pentacles. This is material success, right? This is, I think, your recognition that you bring something very significant to the table in your life. This is about some very near financial prosperity, right? Some situation for you involving your finances is going to improve drastically, I think in the coming days, right? This is your recognition that that you did it, that you've earned something, you know? You're a hard worker. You're very realistic. You're very practical. You know that if you want the really great and extravagant things in life, you've got to work hard for them, and you do. And you bring something very significant to the table. Now, more importantly, you recognize what other people bring to the table too. So you don't just think, I'm here, I'm the winner, I'm the best, you know, I did this, and I have the best sort of talent or gift or skills or whatever. You have a way of appreciating everybody else that is contributing to this. I don't know if this is work, school, if it's at home, personal, private, I don't know, whatever it is. There's a really big success coming. That this is something that is, success is pretty much guaranteed because of what you bring to the table, but also because of what other people bring to the table too. And how you're able to recognize that. And I feel like you have this ability to really harmonize people. You know, you really create an environment where people want to work together. You know, and I think that's really, really special. I think that you'd be very good at, you know, managing a company, or I feel like you're a very effective leader, right? I really, really do. Let's put some more cards out and see what we got. Oh my God, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, very nice. The Star card, that makes sense. The Death card, okay. There is the Libra Power card. There is the Adjustment card, also called Justice. The Nine of Pentacles. A lot of really good, I mean, this is like championship energy right here. The 6, the 9, and the 10 of Pentacles. It is, you're living the best life here. You're living lavish here. And this is something that I think is not just a one-shot deal. It's something that's going to go on and on. You're building something that's going to continue working, right? Continue to bring you the abundance and the resources that you need in your life. And we could be talking finances, you know, I mean, really, that would fit with all the Pentacles, but it doesn't have to be financial, right? Here's the Magician card, which is also a card that's related to commerce and business transactions and the way that you interface with people, right? So it's really, it's all about this kind of, your best Libra energy is coming out right now, and that's what we see up top here. We've got the Moon card. We've got, gosh, that's the Knight of Swords. That's another cardinal air energy. We have both of your Libra power cards. This is, I'm speechless right now. This is literally how champions are made, right? You're in your very best Libra energy. You know how to connect with people. You know how to bring out the very best of yourself, but the very best out of others too. And that's something special, right? Final card here, Four of Cups. Interesting. That's a little bit anticlimactic, right, with the Four of Cups. But in this case, I think the Four of Cups is really an interesting thing because it's the only water energy we have, right? Let me just double check. Yeah. It's the only water energy that we have. So I think, first of all, that this is you after all is said and done, after all of this success happens and there's the planning and there's the evolution, the development, everything's kind of in place, it's kind of like you'll go ahead and rest at the end. You'll go ahead and enjoy your meal and you'll relax. You'll take your shoes off and kick your feet up, but only at the end of the day. The Four of Cups is kind of saying that you're delaying your satisfaction until the day is done. The day is done when the work is done. You know? It's kind of the attitude that I get with this. Also, I feel that this is the idea of you've set yourself up in such a way now that your sailboat is ready to go anywhere you want it to. And it's just a matter of you kind of finding what your heart really wants here. You know, what's meant for you? What's next? What do you really desire in life? Sometimes the Four of Cups is about us not knowing what we want. Yeah. And maybe the success of this particular endeavor, this particular project, or whatever this is this is going to allow you to kind of consider what you really want. You know, anytime we get a 4, we start looking for the 5. And so this is kind of saying, is this a new home? Are you looking to change your sort of living situation, your work situation? This is like you kind of realizing what your desire in life really is, and then making the changes necessary to implement that. Anytime we get the 4, we start looking for the 5. We know movement. We know change is coming. Okay? And I think that's very well-deserved change. Let's select the mystery card here before I get carried away and forget. Oh, look at that. The Tower. Now, I just got through telling Virgo that every reading we've been doing for the last couple of weeks have had a tower. And this was going to be the first one that we don't have a tower. And then, of course, the Tower jumps out as I'm shuffling for the mystery card. So there's your Tower moment as well. And I think the Tower moments are, and it's kind of coming at the end here. It's kind of saying this is the movement we need off of this 4 of Cups. This is the movement we need. This is the breakthrough. This is we're starting the engines, we're raising the sails, and we're just unleashing our energy toward the future. It is a kind of a big disruption. It almost feels like you're, well, first, okay, mystery card, going over here, Alien, Simon Mork, Ripley right on top. We're not going to look at it until the end. I want you to put your prediction in the comments. Let me know what you think it is, okay? Let's exercise the intuition. It almost feels like you've been involved in this situation. Once it becomes the absolute best success it ever can, it's kind of like you're just kind of taking your share, your rewards, you're taking the fruit of your labor, and you're sailing off into the sunset to start your kind of, you're moving to paradise. You're moving to the Florida Keys, or you're moving to the Caribbean or whatever, and you're just going to sail around the world. You're living in luxury now. So this is kind of something that, and maybe you're somebody that starts businesses and then sells them, or you're just kind of looking to, maybe you have a website or a business, and then you're attracting the eyes of some really big corporation that wants to buy it from you, right? And then you're going to take that money and you're going to go on a extended vacation, right? Maybe. It feels like something like that is kind of taking place. I do think that there's an old friend that has some special news for you. I don't know what that is exactly. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I almost feel that there's another, like your best friend is also a Libra or something like, or this old friend maybe is also a Libra energy. But I feel like somebody has some really happy news for you. And maybe that sort of influences what you're going to be doing next after all of this success kind of comes to a head here. Okay. So let's see what we have. We got major, 5 major arcana cards. We've been getting a lot of that lately too. A lot of the readings last couple of weeks have been having kind of a lot of major arcana. And plus the Tower, right? It's a very important spiritual time for us as a collective. Everybody's getting ready to level up now in some way, specific to them. But it's really been consistent. There's been a lot of Tower cards and a lot of 5 or more major arcana in everybody's reading. Okay, at least here on this channel. So I think that this is a great chance for you to perhaps relocate. Right, coming very soon. The financial stuff, greatly improving. So we have all of our major arcana. We don't have any fire. We got a little bit of water. We got a little bit of air. It's mostly the earth energy. All right, so this is really about your physical environment getting better, improving, really like in a major, major way, right? Because of your efforts, because of your ability to gather people together and to be I don't know if it's that you're just a very fair kind of leader or organizer, or if you just have this charming personality, or if you just kind of know, you're able to look at somebody and kind of know what they need, or you're able to see somebody and know what their very special qualities are. And so it's a weird psychic thing with you where you can read people so well, and you know exactly how to build. Like, this is the dream team, right? And this is like a team of champions, yeah. And with that kind of energy, and I think it really is kind of the teamwork that's going on here, and the harmony that's being created. The Ten of Pentacles, wealth, ultimate wealth, the highest kind of conception that we have of success and wealth and prosperity. This is your picture of your best life. Okay? This is kind of, let's say, the best life of this group effort. Okay? This is the best outcome that this group could ever hope for. Okay? But this is also a card that's talking about your personal picture of your best life. Where do you want to live? What do you want to be doing? Who do you want to be? Right? It might be a chance for you to really kind of rewrite your story, or for you to write the next chapter of your story, or for you to sort of reinvent yourself in a way, right? This is the idea that you've got a complete picture of what you want in life, you know, of what success sort of means. And I kind of feel there's a conflict there with the Four of Cups, because maybe this is the, let's say, the earthly, the worldly, the business sort of success that you're after. You're going to achieve that. And it's going to be something, it's almost like you hit the lottery, or it's almost like you have this crazy success, or this crazy investment, or whatever, this crazy sale. And then it's just kind of like you don't have to worry about resources after that, right? Because of that Nine of Pentacles. So it might be a time for you to reevaluate what's really important to you. Because this is kind of here. It's saying, yeah, okay, but having wealth, having money is not the end. It's not the name of the game. It's not the ultimate goal. But what are you going to do with this? What kind of life are you living? What are you experiencing? Right? What are you striving for? What are you creating? What are you loving? Yeah. And so I think that the Four of Cups is kind of talking about you reevaluating what is really important. You need some new goals, right? Also, I'm thinking that you have a ringing in your ear or something, right? You have one ear that's kind of been like maybe some tinnitus, but there's been like a weird thing with your ear ringing or something lately. Yeah. Down here at the bottom, we've got the star energy, and the star is a couple of things. First of all, it's the growing trust that you have in your own spiritual insight. You're trusting in this kind of very profound, spiritually connected Libra energy. The Libra energy on its own is fine and good and whatever, but when Libra energy is connected with that star, connected with that source of spiritual light, I think it really creates something absolutely magical. And we can look at it that way too, that this is sort of the archetypal Libra energy, and this is sort of just the human, run-of-the-mill, day-to-day Libra person. But this is something significant because of its connection with spirit. This is a spiritual energy. This is a kind of a human Libra person, which is, again, wonderful. But this is like extra special, you know. And the first thing the star card does is it illuminates what's within you. It shows you where your issues are, shows you where your blockages are, shows you what kind of things you need to work on in order to be a more pure conduit of the spiritual light. Okay, and once we start working on our inner blockages, our karma and things like that, some of that light, because of that tower kind of energy, some of our crust starts to split and break open, and some of our light starts to shine out. And that light is illuminating kind of where we need to walk. It illuminates that path that we need to begin traversing, right? And so I think that you've been doing a lot more spiritual work lately, and that's how I think your internal spiritual work is really making a big difference in your external sort of interpersonal, maybe the business or the professional work. right? And these two connected, I think, are very important. Everybody hears that, oh, if you meditate every day, it's going to help you in life generally, right? I think that's an understatement. I think that we can go further and say that having a connection with spirit, a true connection, and working on that and fostering that and strengthening that really transforms your sort of outward, outflowing personality. Yeah. And I think you really do have that spiritual connection. I think that even since you were a kid, you've had a kind of strange relationship with spirit or with the other side, or with communicating with people on the other side, people that maybe have transitioned into spirit. I feel like you're kind of a medium or a channel in that way. Yeah. And I almost wonder if you kind of hear a little voice that sort of gives you the guidance that you need, especially when you're working with other people, the way you can read people. It's almost just like it's almost like the truth just sort of pops into your head, and you kind of know that person or that energy, or like what the right thing to do in that moment is, And I feel like it's really helping you out right now, creating this tremendous success. The death card in the background here, I think that, yes, part of this is you being able to connect with people that have passed to the other side or passed into spirit, But I think that this is also talking about there being a delay in this success that you've been working on or building. I think it's been a long time. I think this is kind of showing, and we've had a lot of death cards in the recent readings too, because the death card is kind of like we've all been waiting for something big to happen in life. We've all been kind of going through things, waiting for that big moment of change, that big punctuation, the tower, because otherwise it kind of feels as if life isn't really moving. We know the death card is always moving forward. It's just not in a hurry. It's going to get to everybody, right? So the death is very slow. This is slow, gradual change. And change, when it's slow and gradual, we do not really perceive it. What we do perceive is those tower events, though. Those tower events punctuate the slow, steady progress of the death card. So I feel like you've been working on something, and it maybe has felt like it hasn't been going anywhere for a long time. But now we're getting this success, and I think that it's coming suddenly, and I think it is totally disrupting your life. It literally feels like hitting the lottery. But I don't feel like it's lottery because I don't feel like it's luck. I feel like it's your skill, your talent, your ability to get the best out of people and put the right people together and create this sort of dream team, right? This team of champions, yeah. And I think that's kind of what this is about. Of course, moving forward with the Nine of Pentacles, it's an ongoing process. This is something you're creating that's going to continue to bring in money and resources. It's like you're building a living entity, right? That you're maybe creating a business that's going to keep on functioning even without you. And something that it's just like it's running now. You've built this machine, you turn it on, you don't have to tinker with it anymore. It's going, And I think it's going to continue to generate a lot of resources, and it's going to continue to do good in the world, even if you step away from it. Okay. This card is also about you kind of living lavish, living in your best life, And it is maybe even kind of a suggestion that once this death energy transitions over to this tower energy, and there's this whirlwind, there's this big kind of breakthrough kind of energy, the Nine of Pentacles is kind of saying you've got to slow down and enjoy it, that you've made it. You've arrived, right? So you've got to slow down and you've got to enjoy the life that you're creating, okay? And maybe even slow down to kind of to enjoy living this life and kind of indulging in the rewards that you receive from having this sort of success, because it's through you kind of indulging in life that you begin to realize that this stuff isn't so important to me, but this stuff over here really is, right? So you're not going to know what you like and what you dislike unless you kind of taste everything. Yeah. So in a way, this is sort of a descent into sensuality, into materialism, where, buy yourself the nice things. Spend some of this money that you make, right? Indulge in life. Buy the sort of fancy dinner that you want. Go see some different places in the world. Go try new things, Allow yourself to indulge your appetites a little bit, because then you'll begin to see what works and what doesn't. By the time we get over here, you'll know. you'll know sort of what you are and where you want to go from here, right? You'll be ready to set sail toward these pure aspirations of yours. And you're not going to know what you truly want unless we've gone through all of this and you've tasted a lot of different things, and you know kind of those things don't do it, you know? Very interesting energy. Let's go over to the path of the serpent. As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. It really does help out the channel. I really appreciate that. Be sure to support all of your favorite tarot readers here on YouTube. I know I'm your #1 favorite. But every tarot reader that you enjoy, that you find value in their work, watch their videos all the way through, hit the like button, leave comments, right? Share it with your friends. It's really the great way to support all of our tarot channels. The tarot community here on YouTube is we're supported by viewers like you, right? It's your viewership that matters most to our success or our failure, right? Again, not just me, all of your favorite readers, okay? Anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about the magician. It feels like you're a magician because, like I said, this is the interface between you and other people. This is your ability to sort of interact with people, to, I don't know what it is. It's a charm, it's a charisma, it is an energy that you have. It's a vibrant sort of life that people feel when they're around you. That you sort of are able to, I don't know, like, have you like studied hypnotism or something? Because I feel like you're kind of able to, people want to do things for you. People kind of want to, they want to listen to you, right? People trust you. And I don't know how to say this, but it feels like you're really able to get people to do what you want them to do, you know? And I feel like you have an influence over people in this way. And it's not an evil, dangerous influence. And you're not forcing people to do things, but you're able to exchange an energy with somebody that makes them want to do it. See, that's magic. Magic isn't just, I have, through my telekinetic powers, I have moved your body from over here to over here. Ha ha ha. No. Real magic is telepathic. It is able to, in some way, convince that person to move their own body over there. You see? And the same result in the end, but the method is sort of different. And so I feel like you have a rapport. That's the word I'm looking for. You have a rapport with people. And people just want to be around you, and they feel that they want to do their very best, when they're with you or through that exchange with you. This is also the card of business transactions and commerce, and it's your general energy right now. I almost wonder if this is, I don't know if you're like selling an airplane or selling an island somewhere or something, but it feels like this is like the really big thing, and it feels like there's some sort of transaction or some sort of commerce going on there, We've got the moon in the position of the environment, okay? I do wonder if there's a connection with the ocean or some sort of like international kind of sailing type of thing, or something is on a ship or something like that. I feel like in the environment, this is, I don't feel like you knew what this was going to be when you started it. I feel like you entered into this thing kind of blindly, just kind of trusting that it's going to be okay, really not having any idea that it's going to be more than okay, Because this is a kind of, this is a dark, scary doorway. This is a doorway that's all black. It's the idea of uncertainty. It's the idea that beyond this point, beyond this moment, I don't know what's going to happen. There is no guarantees. There is no certainty. It's kind of the risk that we take moving into the dark and unknown forest. It seems to me like this risk is really paying off for you. I feel that this is also kind of this idea that you came into this situation kind of after it already got started. And I feel like it was kind of failing, or it was losing steam or losing speed, but you came in, I don't know, maybe you're a consultant or something like that. You came in and you were able to really get this thing into shape, I feel like you're the sun at the bottom of the card moving into this dark place. You don't know. It's like you arrived here and you didn't know what to expect. You don't know if there was going to be ghosts everywhere, it was going to be haunted, what it was going to be. But you arrive, you're bringing the light. And so it feels like you're kind of like an auditor or a, something like that, a consultant or maybe an investigator of some kind. But I feel like you're kind of entering this unknown place, not knowing what it was going to be when you got there, but you arrived and you're able to transform this into really a miracle. I mean, really the ultimate success. I can't believe we have the 9, the 10, and the 6 of Pentacles. I mean, this is big time, right? And I can't help but say this is really a huge financial influx of success for you. Okay. Really, really nice. The obstacle here is the obstacle is the Knight of Swords, which is your other power card. Okay. Because I kind of feel like this is kind of, you like doing this work. And I feel like you kind of want to go back into doing this. And it's kind of, the difficulty for you is to kind of, to take this one big win and get out, kind of a Godfather kind of vibe, that is just this one sale and then you're done, But there's a temptation that we like this. We like the interaction. You like to be out on the road doing this consulting or salesperson kind of energy or whatever it is. I feel like it really, it stimulates a part of you, that Libra part of you that that wants to be out there doing this. It's fun, there's something there. But of course, then we've got the 4 of Cups, and we start to wonder, like, is this all there is? Or, and maybe this is kind of the thing that even says that, maybe you're not ready to sort of sail out into your extended vacation, right? It's kind of like maybe that was the plan. But now it's kind of like, I don't know if I want to quit. Maybe you're getting close to retirement. Maybe this was supposed to be the one big investment. It paid off. It's this huge windfall of money. And now you're just I'm going to stop playing the game. I'm going to retire. I'm going to take my money. I'm just going to live life, But there's something so sweet about doing this work that it's hard for you to kind of stay away from it, Let's look at the mystery card. Yeah. Actually, well, before that, let's do a doorway card, a divine doorway for our moon card. Palmistry, fortune and tarot, collective destiny. The palm lines from birth tell your sacred palmistry. Listen to the notes of intuition. What is your intuition telling you, right? The intuition is more so down here than it is here. This is kind of that voice of our, just kind of maybe our ego, our human Libra energy that is hard for us to resist, but maybe your intuition is telling you that, hey, it's time to kind of, it's time for you to sort of claim your reward and sail off into the sunset and kind of take that extended vacation and go live, go live your life. Sort of resisting some of this, the urge to sort of come back into a situation like this and try again. Maybe it's kind of saying, well, maybe this is real estate too. Maybe this is the idea of you kind of, with the moon card, you bought a fixer-upper and you fixed it up and then you sell it and it's just like, boom, it's like just a ton of money, right? And so now there's kind of the temptation, well, I want to go do, that was fun, I want to do it again, It's like going on a roller coaster, Sometimes we don't know what to expect, but once we do it a couple of times, it's like, okay, I like that now. I want to keep doing it. So we've got the Tower moment because I feel that this is something that you've been working on for a long time. The success is happening here. We're getting this kind of punctuation in our life, and then maybe we're worried that after this big Tower event and this big exciting event that life's going to just be kind of boring. And sometimes a 4 of Cups is maybe the feeling of boredom, like stagnation, that we want some sort of change. I want some sort of stimulation again. And so maybe we're going to go back and try something like this again and try to get another Tower event, sooner rather than later. Let's look at the mystery card and see if this gives us a clue as to what we might be doing going forward or how this might sort of play out. If you have a prediction for this card, put it down in the comments. I don't really know what to expect. We know it's not going to be the Tower. Let's see what we have. the Death card again. Interesting that we've got Death card, the Tower card, and then the Death card again, because that literally is a life that's kind of going along, slow and steady, no really big changes, Tower event, and then it's back to slow, steady, nothing really going on, then Tower event, and slow, steady, nothing really going on. So it maybe is saying that after this whirlwind, this tower, this whole big, crazy, life-changing leveling up, we kind of want to go back to slow and steady and nothing really happening. We don't want tower after tower after tower after tower. We want a little peace. We want a little rest, right? We love the excitement, but maybe we need to take a little bit of time away from the roller coaster so that when we get back on it, it's going to feel good again, you know? So we're going from Death card to Tower event back to the Death card. Right? It's sort of steady, it's a level up, and then it's steady again. Okay? Very interesting. And so I don't know exactly what you're doing moving forward, but I know that you want to put a little bit of space between this tower and the next one, right? And so maybe part of that is, yeah, just, you know, allow yourself to enjoy what you've created before jumping into the next thing right away, you know. Taste the fruit for a while. As you work toward the next sort of big leveling up in your life. All right. Now we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Libra are on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. And leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.